I'm Anil Kumar, and in this video we will try to understand how to sketch transform trigonometric function. Question before us is sketch graph of y equals to minus 2 cos of 2 times x minus pi by 6 plus 1. So to begin with, we will sketch graph of y equals to cos x and then the transformed function. Now since the horizontal translation is of pi by 6, we should select a scale where the minimum is pi by 6 at least, right? So we are taking a scale on the x-axis where the minimum is pi by 6. Now vertical translation is 1 and then amplitude is 2. So vertically unit of 1 is fine. So that is one very important thing. Whenever you are selecting the scale for sketching graph, you should select proper scale so that you can really sketch a good graph, right? Now let's write down what is there on the x-axis. If it is pi by 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that will be pi for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be 2 pi, right? So we have this. In general, cosine function, the basic cosine function starts at 1, ends at 1. It has a minimum minus 1 at pi, and it goes through zeros at pi by 2, right? Midway, right? So since we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divisions, right? So what we have to do is 1, 2 and a half. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 1 pi by 6, 2 pi by 6, 3 pi by 6 gives you pi by 2. Do you see that? So third point is right there in the center. So 1, 2, 3, that is pi by 2 for you, right? So now we can connect these points and graph the cosine function. So we have cosine function which is kind of like this. So this is cos x. So we'll begin by writing critical or the key points on cos x and then see how will the image points change for the given function, right? So y equals to cos x. So key point on cos x, let them be x and y, and as we can see here, the first point is 0, 1. Then we have at pi by 2 it is 0. Then at pi it is minus 1. 3 pi by 2 is 0, and at 2 pi we have 1, correct? So these are our points. So this is pi by 2 for us. This is 3 pi by 2. Now for the transformed function, as you can see, transformation is reflection on x-axis, vertical stretch by a factor of 2, horizontally compressed by a factor of half, translate horizontally pi by 6 to the right, and translate vertically 1 unit up. Now this will have effect on, so we'll write y here, which is, let's say, function f of x to be very clear. Here the points will be transformed. X values will become what? The x values will get half, so we have x by 2, and then you have to add pi by 6, right? So pi by 6 you have to add. That is how x values get transformed. The y values get multiplied by minus 2, and then you add 1. So that is the transformation of the points. If I write 0 for x, I will get the first point as pi by 6, right? This is 0. And then if I write 1 here, minus 2 times 1 is minus 2. Minus 2 plus 1 will give me minus 1. So the first point will be at pi by 6 minus 1. So this is my first point on the transformed function. Likewise, I can get all other points. Pi by 2 is 0. So I have to do half of that. So half of pi by 2 is pi by 4 plus pi by 6. And for the y value, 0 times anything is 0 plus 1. So we get 1 here, right? So which is same as, let me add this. So we can take 12 as common denominator, right? So 12 is our common denominator. To get 12, we get 3 plus 2, 5, right? 5 pi by 12, 1 is the next point. So it is positive 1 and the value is 5 pi by 12. So 12 is like half of these, correct? So 5 of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pi by 12 and 1 gives us this point. Next one is pi. Half of this is pi by 2 plus pi by 6, and the y value is 2 times, minus 2 times minus 1 plus 1. So that is equals to, again, pi by 2 and 6, we have 12, and here we get 6 plus 2, 8, right? So 8 pi by 12. That is the x value. The y value is minus, and minus makes it plus. Plus 3 plus 1 is 4, right? So 8 pi by 12. So let me call half. 1 half is 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is as good as 4 pi by 6. And the value is 4 for us, right? So at this point we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, this is wrong calculation. 3. 2 plus 1, 3. So it has to be 3. Yeah. So there we have this point. And then 3 pi by 2 is 3 pi by 4, half of this, plus pi by 6. That is the x value. Y value multiplied by 0 is 0 plus 1. So that is a y value. You can again take this 12 common denominator. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. So we get 11 pi by 12 and the y value is 1. So 11 pi by 12 means 1 less than pi, 1 pi by 12 less, and this is at 1. So this point is here for us, right? Now the last point is 2 pi, half of 2 pi is pi, plus pi by 6, and y value is 1 times minus 2, minus 2 times 1, plus 1, which is giving us, this becomes 6 plus 1, 7, 7 pi by 6, and y value is minus 1. So 7 pi by 6, so 1 pi by 6 you have to add, and the value is minus 1, so you get a point here, right? So likewise, you got one wave of the cosine transform function. As you can see, the value 2 here represents that we have two cosine waves in 2 pi period, right? So we have to repeat these points. So you can repeat these points and then draw the function, right? So from here we can connect these points and get one part of the function, so which is this. Do you see that? Now, since we have a time period of pi, all these points will repeat, right? So we have first division here, which is at this point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Time period is pi. From here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the last point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So once you repeat them, you get your second wave, second cosine wave within this function. Do you understand? So that is 2 minus 2 cos of 2 x minus pi by 6 plus 1 within interval of 0 to 2 pi, right? So that is how you are going to sketch it, right? So that is your transform function. That is how it is going to be. I hope you understand and appreciate. So the x value changes from 0 to 2 pi, then the function value changes like we have shown here. So I hope these steps are clear. So what you have to do is start with the key values of the cosine function and find the image points using the transformation to get your function. I hope that's absolutely clear. Thank you and all the best.